Alright, so it's September 21st, 2024, basically 8 o'clock in the morning. I just made some turmeric wellness shot. I use six-star fruit, one whole pack of garlic, which comes with 5 in it, only 3/4 of a pound of turmeric, and you can call it half of a pound of garlic with lots of black pepper. So, and I still have not yet completely poured off all the mixture that I've made. So this is it, and I have that left. Right, so while I was pouring it off, I took 1 tablespoonful with some water, and immediately after I have swallowed, my mouth just started springing water, and I have that urge or that feeling like I want to throw up. So I basically spit out all that mucus or saliva, whatever it is. I just felt that urge like I wanted to throw up. And then I rushed to the bathroom and I stood over the face basin and just allow that sensation to take its course. I didn't throw up. I was there for probably like a minute and the feeling just went. First time experiencing that. I haven't given you guys an update since whenever. It's been a while. So on my lower right side, I'm not sure if it is bowel, if it's my large or small intestine or whatever organ it is, but from day before yesterday I've been feeling like a little sense of inflammation, and it has a bulkiness to it. It just feels swollen, and what I usually do is I press against any area that feels that way, of course in my lower abdomen region, and if I feel a sensation or a push, there's just this feeling that I would feel in my rectum or my anus, and I would know that that's some form of bowel movement, or not necessarily bowel movement, but the colon or the bowel itself basically processing the food and all of that. So I'm watching it. I've been fasting from day before yesterday. So the last thing I had was some, I can put it somewhere on the screen. Right, so the last thing I had was some steamed callaloo with yam and cocoa and avocado. That was the last meal I had. Yesterday evening now I had some guineps, avocado, and just a handful of cashew. And of course I would have had water. So that's what I'm up to. I will be fasting today. I have an avocado. I don't want it to spoil, so I'm going to have that, and I'm going to make some green juice. So it's basically green juice water, a liquid fast green juice water. And because I don't know what's happening, and I don't know what's happening in my body. I can feel each and every difference, each and every changes that occur, and when it occurs, but what it is, I am not sure. So I'm just being proactive, preactive, and all the actives in order to combat what's happening. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It is September 24th, 3:48, as you can see there. Right, so I am basically for the first time doing a 24-hour, which I don't think I'm going to go longer than that. I'm doing my first 24-hour dry fast. I have been feeling not so comfortable with how I'm feeling, so I decided to do a fast, and I was feeling a bit bloated, and yeah, I decided to do a 24-hour dry fast. Originally I did not plan to do a 24-hour dry fast, but it turned out that I am actually doing a 24-hour dry fast. So what I will be breaking my fast with, it came to me, I'm not sure if it's a vision or what, but it came to me that I should break the fast with some fruits, which I'm going to use avocado, and I have some June plum, so I will be doing avocados and June plum and some blueberries as well. And the last thing that I will be having for the breaking of the fast will be some green tea. So I decided I'm going to use, well, let me show you. Right, so I went outside. I got some soursop leaves, which you would have heard me made mention of me making tea with soursop leaves infused with guava leaf and where's my memory going? Guava leaf and dogwood. So I'm going to be using some soursop leaves, sweet sop leaves, mango leaves, and some good old sarsi. I think I may be doing, well, I don't think, I will be also doing a green juice. I'll also show you that. And I'm definitely going to add some cloves, ginger, and the same guava leaf and some dog blood. So I'll show you that. It's actually after 3 now, as I would have shown you earlier, and I should be breaking my fast at 5:30. So I'm going to go ahead and prepare the tea in advance of me breaking the fast. So stick and stay tuned and let's do that. I'll also be making a very potent blend of these herbs and spices. Oh, should I put some turmeric in it? Smell the turmeric wellness shot? I think I will. Yeah, I'm going to put some of the turmeric wellness shots in it as well. That's after it's cooled and everything. I am 1000% sure that these are organic, no chemical, and nothing has been sprayed onto them. The most that would have gone onto them are like some bugs or birds or insects. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'll still be using the baking soda to wash them as per usual. So let's do that. And this is the first time I'm actually making a blend or a tea like this. The sour sop, the sweet sop. The guava leaves that I have are already dried. So that's the guava leaf. And these are this is the dog blood. Mind you, I'm not a big fan of Cersei, but I think I will be, with the mindset that I have, I think I will be able to consume it without an issue, because I have been drinking the guava leaf, the soursop leaf, and the dog blood in one as a black tea blend, and it's not the best tasting, but I have endured drinking it, and I've been consecutively drinking it, or consistently drinking it, like on a daily basis. So that I shouldn't have a problem, even though the Cersei is the most of all the herbs that I will be using that's in the blend, but I shouldn't have a problem. All right, so I'm adding the baking soda, not a lot. This is the cloves. I'm going to get a few pieces out of it, so I'm going to use this amount. This is like a light green. All right, so this is the last bit of fresh ginger that I have, or ginger at all. So I'm going to use, even though this is a small piece in comparison to what I'm actually doing, I'm going to still cut it and have piece left back because I have been using ginger a lot. All right, so I've cut it into 2 halves or 2 pieces. So I'm going to give this a wash. It was already pretty clean, so yeah. I think for the ginger, what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave it for last and grate it into the tea. Here I have my clean pot. I won't be using the regular tap water, so I'm just pouring in my water and then add my herbs. Woo! Alright, so I'm going to grate the ginger. I'm going to use this side of the grater. So that's what it's looking like. I decided to add some more cloves based on the amount of water. The ginger smells so good. So I'm going to just compress and get that ginger mixed into everything. I think I'm going to add some more water. Yeah, I'm going to add some more water. Yeah. So that's it. I am going to cover it, allow it to come to a boil much quicker, and then I'm going to turn it off and allow it to steep. I'm not using the weight. There's no rubber seal either, so I'm just covering it so it can come to a boil much quicker. Here I have some spinach, cucumber, celery, kale underneath, star fruit, and some parsley, and this is what I will be using for my green juice. So they are not yet washed, so I'm going to wash them, cut them up, and come back. Sounds like it's now boiling up. Woo! So it's now boiling up, and the time is 4:22. So I'm going to turn it off and allow it to steep. You can see the color of that water. This is what it's looking like after I've washed and cut up everything. So we're going to blend now. All Alright, so I put on the to-go cap because I can easily refrigerate it, and I don't think I will be having all of this at once. So because I'll be having the tea, as you would have seen me preparing, yeah, so I'm going to have this little by little, and I'm going to now prep the avocado. I'll be having one avocado. And I'm here preparing everything, and it's like while I'm preparing it, I feel like I can go much longer, or a little longer than the 24 hours, but I'm going to break it, start little by little. I've done a 7-day fast before, and that was my first ever actual fast. So I'm doing good. I was very bloated, and I don't know if you can see, but I'm not that bloated anymore. So I am also a bit tempted to have my avocados, or my avocado with some salt and black pepper, but I'm not going to add any salt because the body, I don't want to shock the body too much, and the body is already adjusting and making its own adjustment and getting into the groove of the whole thing. You get what I mean? So yeah, I'm not going to add any salt. And to my juice, not my juice, my tea, I'm not going to add any sugar, which I have not had any sugar from before burial, which is, I haven't had any sugar over 2 months now. I've gotten all my sugar intake from like my fruits and nuts, and the carbs that I would have had, the sweet potato, the pumpkin, the carrot, the beets. That's where I get my sugar from. And also the dry fast, it's a good way for you to lose weight if you want to lose weight. Intermittent fasting is another good way. Water fasting is another good way. I wasn't planning on recording the whole thing, but when I went and I was like, so I'm gonna make the herbs, I'm gonna make the tea. That's when I decided, alright, then I'm going to show you guys and put you guys onto this concoction or this remedy, and I'll definitely let you guys know how I'm feeling or how I felt after I've drank it over a period of time. So I'm going to be having this tea, be it hot, cold, or just like my regular water. I'm going to have it on a daily basis for like 7 days or more, depending on how I'm feeling. But I know I'm going to go more than 7 days consistently. I'll basically be incorporating it into my whole regimen now. Yeah, so I know I've lost some pounds. I wasn't planning on recording it, as I mentioned earlier, but when I weighed, I was weighing, I don't remember what, I was weighing way less than what I was weighing yesterday and the day before and last month. So I've lost some pounds in the 24-hour fast. So stick and stay tuned, and I'll catch up back with you guys. Alright guys, so it's officially time to break my fast. It is 5:31, as you can see there. I have my tea mix here, my tea blend, right, the cloves in it. I'm getting that essence of cinnamon. It smells so good. So I'm going to strain this off. Not going to use a strainer, but so I'm going to use the spoon and take it up and get as little to no residue or leaf or anything like that. Alright, so this is what it's looking like, and I have my avocados here. Alright, so taste test, moment of truth. The cloves is present. The cerasee, because I don't know if it's because I had more cerasee in it, but the cerasee, oh my god, is very present. Wow. I think I can get used to it, but the cerasee, I'm not a fan of cerasee, so for me to be drinking the cerasee, if you love cerasee, then you love this blend. I can definitely smell the aroma of the cloves. It's very good. It smells very good. So I'm going to have this, and then I have the avocados. Alright, so what I have been doing is just to counter the taste of the cerasee, which is very potent in the mix. Once I take a mouthful of the tea, then I just have a piece of the avocado. And that somewhat diminishes or reduces the taste or aftertaste of the very potent Cersei. So I have just and just like that. This is the avocado that I have left. So I'm going to finish the avocados and then probably like an hour after or so I'll have some of the green juice. So it's now 7 o'clock. Basically an hour after I've had the tea and the avocado. So now I'm going to have some green juice, the green juice that I made earlier. I don't usually like to make my juices and have them in the refrigerator, but what I made is probably more than, well, it's more than 8 ounces, but I'm going to only have 8 ounces, and I'm also going to have 2 June plum. I'm not hungry, but so I'm going to have 2 June plums. I already peel them and I'm going to just pour out the juice. So these are the June plums, no salt, and I'm going to pour me a 8-ounce glass of this green juice. Yes, I have this amount left. I'm going to have this tomorrow. I usually like to have my green juice or any juice at all really fresh, but yeah, so I'm going to have this. This is good. Way better than the tea. So I'm going to have this and the June plum, and I think that would be it for the night. Or if I'm going to have anything else for the rest of the night, it will definitely be some of the tea. It's still hot, so if anything I'll be having for the rest of the night is some of the tea, which I think I'm going to have some more. I don't want to really, yeah, I think I'm going to have some more. Forget the berries, I'm adding just an handful of these blueberries. I just washed them. It is the next day and I'm having some more of this tea. I will also be having a tablespoon of my wellness shop smoothie. Just giving it a mix. This is a big tablespoon, but yeah. I usually just add some water. What I'm going to add this morning is I'm going to add some of the tea. And I'm going to just mix this. So that's about what I'm going to have. And I'm going to just drink this. I'm going to have the rest of this green juice. This is the rest from the batch that I made last night. It's so good.